Welcome back in the Olympic Esports Week arena here. We have a match between Team Europe and Team China second half, while the Team Europe is leading 38 to 6. So we have seen a very exciting match there, or the first half. So let's see if we continue as well in the second half with such interesting boards and plays. Just a reminder, North-South in the open room, Swedish pair Maya and Axel. In the closed room, Nikolai from Norway, Leo from France. So they're representing Team Europe. On the other side, Team China East-West in the open room and North-South in the closed room. While the Chinese play a strong club system, the Europeans play more or less natural five-card majors 2/1. So let's see what these comparisons between two systems will bring in the second half. The first board seems to be quite similar, at least the final contracts, two no trumps declared by West in both rooms.
The East hand is quite interesting from a bidding theory point of view because a lot of players, I think especially in North America, try to open them one diamond in spite of the diamond being shorter in order to bid both suits since the opening is so minimum. But most players are still think bid the longer suit first. But again, it's choice.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for me personally, I'm not like 100% that I will bid that or that. Very often it depends on a lot of factors. But the Polish system actually is ready for this one, and they have this um, immediately incorporated in the system that one diamond opening might have longer clubs. So Polish style actually counts with that, and after one diamond, one major, two clubs, you just show nine cards in minors, but you don't know yet which one is longer. So similar approach might take an action in the national systems, but there are ups and downs. So definitely you need to choose one and play the same with your partner. That's the most important thing actually. Okay, from the declare perspective, you will get four club tricks, four diamond tricks, and it all depends on the lead and on the follow up. So the hard lead would make it more difficult to make because you can make four hard tricks, a club, and two spades. That's, I guess, what will happen in the open room. Nope. Two no trumps by West plus one. So that was the score in the open room. Closed room so far on a good track. Okay, so ace of spades, spades, that's not doing much harm here. The queen of hearts can collect actually two extra tricks. So that would mean that you might get an imp here if you collect two hearts, two spades, and a club for only eight. Very fast action there in open room. One heart from north, two hearts raise, and now you have a 19 count. So Maya just decided to go directly to four hearts, which seems to be a good bid since you lose only two diamond tricks, no spades, no clubs, and hearts bids badly for you. So again, very wise to stay on the fourth level and not trying to get the jackpot in a slam and going down from five. There is no bonus to play on the fifth level in a major suit. Okay, pass, pass, pass in the closed room as well. But I expect one club opening, so the bidding might take a little bit longer. Oh, one heart. So it seems like north south in the closed room is not playing a strong club here. So it might be only the open room which plays a strong club. Otherwise, we'll see that action. One hard pass, three clubs, probably some kind of a Bergen race. And to be honest, I so dislike Bergen races, especially here, like when you are a passed hand and you might have a chance to show a six card minor and an invitational hand. If you have four bits, which basically show exactly the same hand, um, you don't have any space left to show any other distributions.
I fully agree with Milan on that analysis. I also don't like it. You have better usage for, especially in 2 over 1, which is definitely game fault, and you can't shoot two clubs and then three clubs. So the gun to three clubs, which fits perfectly right.
Yeah, correct, Jan. Yeah, I agree. If you play 2 over 1 from 10 points, then it might be fine. But if you play 2 over 1 and you have all these kind of strong hands in one no trump, it's impossible to pass one no trump. And very often that's the best contract if you do not have a fit and enough points. So why to take that opportunity, especially in match points, to play one no trump? But let's go back to the open room where we will see definitely an interesting auction there after a strong club. One no trump opening overcall, most likely two suits. I would say not even minors. It might be just two suits, but we'll see because two no trumps could come, or even four no trumps could come, non-vulnerable. Because now we see a nine-card suit opposite a strong hand. I would be so amazed having this hand and partner opening 16 plus high card points. So let's see what can be done. Because I believe that seven diamonds is probably the minimax on this board. Seven diamonds doubled. So we will see. Losing only one spade and one club, you go down one from seven diamonds, while six hearts is making.
Can you handle all the club distribution though?
You just draw two rounds of trumps, rough couple of clubs. So you lose two tricks. So seven diamonds down two, spade loser, club loser. Definitely a good sacrifice. But we'll see how high this bidding will go. Okay, four hearts. Quite conservative, I would say here. If you have a forcing bid, I would just give it a little bit more try. I mean, four hearts might be really a lot of various hands, not a nine-card suit. But let's go. Five diamonds from south. If north really has two suits and minors, then full card fit, singleton king, seven card spade suit, where you expect partner to be short. So definitely non-vulnerable will bid, bid, bid. And if south bids, 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 then north will bid more, more, more. Let's see. Do we get the seven diamond best bid here? Come on, guys. Minimax in seven diamonds doubled. That would be a great bridge, what we can see here in Singapore on the last day of the Olympic Esports Week.
I think that North has a lot of playing strength in the reserve. Maya, she is asleep. Look, I wonder if she realizes that she's
Wakey, wakey. Okay, so
because I mean,
now we will see.
Would be the same with 5-5 in the minors. So.
Oh, here we go, and so went to seven diamonds. Incredible find out. Well, with a long diamond fit, and okay, that sounds. That's an auction. Okay, so finally we see what we want to see here.
It's the second time that he saves this sleeping partner.
Yeah, and let's watch closely what in closed room will happen. So one club natural, so it might start slow, and basically one club natural makes it more difficult for North to intervene with the two-suiter. So we see completely different action here. One club, one diamond overcall, take it slow. Now you have a nine-card suit, so I expect four hearts here. But again, you have a 9 card suit. 5 losers. Partner opened. It's usually minimum 3 top owners, although King of Spades, King of Clubs, not very helpful. You need 3 aces and a little bit extra. And we see 4 hearts by Leo there. 4 spades by South with a 7 card suit, which I understand because South doesn't know about North 6, or sorry, yeah, 6 6 in minors.
But of course, South can afford it since also having a nice 4-5
Yeah,
diamond.
I mean,
So
definitely. So Nikolai will double. Wondering that it taking him so long only because he is thinking about slam already. Partner jumped to 4 hearts, vulnerable, and you have third ace, all controls in the other suits. Yeah, so here we go. 6 hearts directly, and now it might actually be much more difficult for North South to find a good sacrifice in 7 diamonds. Let's see now what South will do, because suddenly the King of Clubs looks like an honor trick. So we will see. 7 diamonds doubles down 2 in the other room. So let's have a look. South is sweating there as well. I mean, if your opponents are in a vulnerable slam and you have a goulash hand, very often you don't actually want to see that you bet 7 diamonds go down for 500 while 6 hearts are down 400. So that's 12 imps down. So all these hands are super tough to make the high level decisions. And again, we see that one club natural actually made it way more difficult for North to show the hand properly. So much harder now for South to make decision.
six spades.
Okay, here we go. 6 spades, double, pass, 7 diamonds. So that was, let's say, a safe bid. If you get doubled in 6 spades, let's just bid 7 diamonds. And here we go. We get perfect bridge with minimax on both tables. And that's what we like to see here on the finals of the Olympic Esports Week.
It's pretty impressive actually that both tables managed to hit the perfect spot on these very difficult to judge hands.
Very true, Jan. Maybe now when you are under pressure, sometimes you might choose more exciting bets. When you are under the show matters. If that would be at the World Championships, sitting at the table with the cards, uh, the feeling might be a little bit different. So let's see what more we will see, because this is really an exciting match.
Just quickly on the bidding onto the court, in the open room, they came to 3 trumps through one club, one heart, one no trump, 2 diamond, and artificial game force. Our partner has 3 clubs support, and which didn't happen, so they ended up in 2 trumps.
Okay, 7 diamonds have no other outcome there. So we will see a flat board and a Grand Slam doubled. It's not seen very often, especially if you have a match between youth players. But although we have youth players, many of them already play for the open teams, which is great to see young players, not even 18. I think Nikolai is 15 only, and playing and winning already Norwegian championships.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Okay, so let's have a look on the auction on board four. I missed it actually in the open room. So let's go one heart from north. This might be slightly like, aggressive because you have like eight missing honors. You have a nice card suit, but very often you might end up a little bit too high opposite, let's say 12, 13 balanced count.
But at least if the opponent ends up declaring, you really want the heart lead. So that's a lot. I would open heart for sure.
Yeah,
But
definitely
of
we will
course,
see.
it can go
Yep.
end up badly for sure.
Yeah, with a balance hand, if the player behind you open a no trump, probably at some point you might get a heart. If they open one minor, then it might be you on the lead, and there might be a slightly different like perspective and approach because sometimes giving information is in your favor, but sometimes it's in favor of the opponents. So imagine if you have a balanced hand and opponents have a balanced hand, and behind you it goes like one spade opening, one no trump. Opponents end up in three no trumps, and you can cash five tricks from the start. Well, if you open a heart, they will ask for the stopper, find out they don't have it, so they will play in free in a minor. Uh, in bridge, that's why I like the game so much. There is no perfect approach.
The bidding was exactly the same last week in the auction room.
Yeah, okay, two diamonds. More like a gadget, most likely two-way check back there, showing a game forcing hand. So it might be just a coincidence here that South actually has four diamonds. That's why we see the three of diamond lead, because two diamonds was an artificial bid. The ace of clubs is onside, the king of spades is off, but yet the 10 of spades dropped. So the player can actually establish two extra spade tricks. So I believe that we should see a couple of over tricks. But right now, if you want the trick with the ace of hearts, they take on you the entries. So you might cash some. Discarding the diamond where the finesse is close to guaranteed. I get it that now declare cash the hearts and can play, I wouldn't say safely towards the nine, because now East has two top heart tricks. So now club towards the ace and two hearts means that the contract is going down. But Nikolai didn't find the switch, just played passively back with a spade, hoping that he will win the queen of clubs. The way how Declare played, it more seems that South actually has the ace of clubs and not the king. So
This makes the match a little bit more exciting
yeah,
because
definitely.
China is ahead by 11 inch in this set.
That's what we want to see. Big swing there. I actually didn't see the defense there or card play in the open room, but luckily here we can look back what happened there. So while Jan will watch the following board, I can see what's happened.
So South in the closed room opens one diamond with basically three cards. West on the good six cards club suit over calls two clubs, non-vulnerable, fairly standard. North makes the take-out double, showing typically both major, but sometimes you only have 4-3, but they're a good hand.
Okay, now we have again a slightly different action, but on the previous board similar things happened. So Declare cashed 3 rounds of hearts, and at the end cashed the rest from top, cashed also the diamonds. So basically the defense couldn't go wrong, and just get the entry with the ace of clubs and manage to collect two hard tricks for free no trumps down one, and that's where we could see the 12M swing. Okay, now we have a redoubled situation there in the closed room, while in the open they just stopped calmly in two diamonds. So it might be much easier job here for the Swedish. But let's see, one diamond south, two clubs overcall. I like these aggressive two clubs or three clubs overcalls. Actually, I would prefer with West hand to jump to three clubs after one club. That even puts more pressure on north-south finding the correct major fits. After two clubs, north still quite aggressive bid with only two queens and couple of jacks being vulnerable. Luckily a passed hand, so he might afford to do something. And we see that East holding two aces feels, partner, I cannot have more for you than two sure honor tricks. Free card fit, definitely want to play in free clubs and hopefully more. And to be honest, there are 8 tricks in no trumps from top. And if the defense goes wrong and leads a diamond, there might be 9 tricks. But I believe, again, nobody knows who is in offense on this board. Because now South trusts partner with 17 high card points. I understand. I mean, I have been to the Europeans and I have seen like what people are doing. So the two clubs bid, you can see it with 6 high card points, then the redouble with like 8 like this, and you have 3 no trumps cold. So I sympathize with South trying to show a strong hand here, and since he doesn't have any full card major, he tried to bid 3 clubs. Partner, I have points, but I don't know what to do. Really interesting situation here, and North decides to bid a hard suit, which I really don't like here, because first of all you have only 4-4, which you promised, you don't have any points, and partner, if he has full card major, I believe that he will bid 3 hearts, 4 hearts, or some kind of a major, and now we see the double from East. I mean, that's a dream come true, that opponents bids 4 in a suit where you have a 5 card with an ace and partner overcalled. Okay, this build, this can be a slaughterhouse. Well, come 2 diamonds making in the open room. We're playing 4 hearts doubled. Club club, so that's 2 club tricks. Ace of diamonds and most likely a diamond queen can be collected if Nikolai find this direct switch, because the diamond, diamond cannot be discarded on spade. So I believe the defense always gets 2 club tricks, 2 diamond tricks, ace of hearts. And to be honest, that might be it, because at some point you will need to underruff opponent's cross ruff, so we will see.
I think North bidding was really, once he has made the take-out double already, he showed his 4 in the majors. He has a very, very marginal hand with only queens and jacks, which are typically overrated. So why not just bid 3 diamonds on the 3 club bid?
Yes, Jan, I totally agree. And for you guys who are watching on YouTube, if you just look at the North hands and you just do the very simple honor analysis, not high card points, but really honors, you are missing all 4 aces, all 4 kings, plus an extra queen. Guess what? If you can make a contract even on second level, you need like 4 good honors in partner's hand. And if partner has 4 good honors, then either your partner will bid and not let play 2 clubs, or 2 clubs might go down. So that's how it works. Bridge is a game of tricks, not game of high card points. And since you have 7 with queens and jacks, that doesn't mean that you have to bid.
open room, we have a 14-16 no trump opening by West.
Okay, we are two boards ahead in the open room. Yeah, 15, I believe both tables now will have the same range opening one no trump. Two clubs asking for full card major, and West without the four card will end up in the auction in free no trumps. So 800 collected in the closed room opposite a part score non-vulnerable. And me being a coach, um, for these scores, okay, I don't want to say out loud what I will do to my kids if they will bring such score. But there definitely are penalties, and there might be like physical, not beating them, but they need to run it out or do some push ups for this to remember this must hurt to remember that you don't go vulnerable down for 800 opposite a part score. This just cannot happen in a team match. Okay, board 6, 4 spades east in the open room. Looks like a cold contract where you just lose two hearts and a club. So probably not such an interesting swing, but let's see how the bidding will develop, because North-South might find some cheap sacrifice. So South doubling with only 10 counts, but with a void and good shape, so support, great support actually to all free suits. But be very careful with these free suiters, because even if you have like one fit and it's not a big one, you actually have to establish the side suit as well. So people very often like overvalue these free suitor hands. Two no trumps, I would say at least invitation with a spade fit. Three no trumps, a balanced hand, although with a six card, again, queens and jacks. So that's kind of really bad. To make 10 tricks, you need enormous amount of points. So if two no trumps is forcing to game, then three no trumps might be partner careful. But if two no trumps is at least invitation, I would bid two spades after two no trumps, because I would feel I'm even like weaker. I would not like to play on the third level with that hand. But okay, ace king in partner's hand and a four card fit makes it much easier. But right now West needs to make an action, and with four triple free, you might actually not do an action. And if South finds the hard lead, you collect five tricks, and we might see some swing back for Team China. So Nikolai needs to find the correction to four spades. Otherwise, this can be expensive. Although on the other hand, it will be North lead. Okay, so that's much more difficult for North to lead a heart than for South. So let's see what will happen. Open room already on board 8. One club natural auction. Here we go. Nikolai decided to bid four spades. Yet I really like that, because you have primary values, although you can expect that you collect five spade tricks and ace king. It can go wrong in three no trumps if opponents actually by coincidence can cash five heart tricks, while with ace king, it seems like four spades must be there no matter what, especially since you have the strong hand behind the doubler, behind the overcall. Okay, South still thinking that there might be a sacrifice, but decided to pass. Already made an initial bid, so no swing on this board. Let's go back to the open room and prepare on board 8, because we already see some double redouble auction again. So one club from North, two clubs natural. So one club might be two
Yeah.
clubs natural. So that can go really wrong again. But okay, now double had a takeout double with way stronger hand than just a couple of queens and jacks. Void and 5-4-4. West again redoubled with a maximum of a passed hand, and North ace king queen in spades bid the suit. Four spades done, and now five clubs actually is sacrificed with a balanced hand. Oh, I mean, I'm not sure about these. I mean, you have king of hearts, you have ace queen of diamonds, you have potential free on the tricks, and your partner overcalled. And you want to sacrifice a game which might not even be there. And to be honest, if you play two spades from north, diamond, 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 rough, and you just collect a heart trick, four spades is not there. While five clubs loses two spade tricks, only one heart, and you will catch the club queen, and you can rough those hearts. So five clubs goes down one, so that's kind of safe. But if you are betting five clubs as a sacrifice, you just lost four M's.
It's interesting because the same thing on the board 7 in the closed room. If you switch the heart 10 with partner's heart 9, the north-south hands, you can actually beat 3-0, with, starting with ace king of hearts.
Yeah, correct. Close room on board number 7. There is a blockage in hearts, so although you don't have a stopper, doubleton queen opposite doubleton jack, you get lucky, and that's why I sometimes telling players that you don't necessarily need to have a stopper for free no trumps. If there is no better option, just close your eyes, bid free no trumps, do it quickly, and opponents might not find the good lead, or you might just get lucky that they are blocked. This actually happens in both rooms. So free no trumps made with two over tricks and no swings. So yet still the second half, a small lead by Team Europe, but with the 32 M's carryover from the first half, we can already claim the winner. Yet, let's have a look what will happen on the last board in the closed room. West decided to pass 10 high card points. North opened one club, so same action here. But I don't believe that Leo here has the two clubs natural bid. I strongly advise you, even if one club can be from two or three, just play two clubs on majors, but a weak hand, only 5-4, let's say an overcall strength, 8 to 13 high card points, and play one club, three clubs, as a strong two suitor in majors, like six losers or four or less. This division between the strength in majors help you significantly to really find the right spot. And one club, two clubs being aggressive with only like 5-4 and let's say two honors with 8 count just give you so much power, because it's very hard to bid after that for north south, having like 24 25 count together, not knowing about the stoppers, sometimes even have a full major fit, so very tough to defend against that. Well, again here we see one club, two clubs natural, that usually doesn't give you much trouble to double with both majors. And here we see Nikolai, whenever he has a chance, he bids a game. So here we go. Freno trumps double pass pass. Let's see how about his nerves. Can he stand it? Will he just
The double was very quick.
pass? Okay, but not necessarily right. I mean, yeah, you collect for spade tricks, but I mean, even if you collect four spade tricks, then you just catch the ace of hearts for down one. So, okay, I will take minus 100 when opponents can make four spades. But we will see. This might be not the end of the auction, but definitely much harder for North-South to find the four spade contract. And four spades actually might make only from the south hand. Okay. I like the bravery there. I mean, Nikolai being 15, he has the nerves of a 60-year-old man with 50 years of experience in bridge, because just go down 3 no trumps with that 10 count, get an immediate fast double and hold it on. That needs really strong guts. So I like that attitude. And even on the picture, I mean, he looks like chilled out, you know? He's doubling 3 no, opponents are cashing all the tricks. It seems like you might go 4 down if the ace of hearts is on the wrong side. But he's still looking quite chilled.
At least in spades, he's pretty sure that spades, if partner doesn't have 3, the spades are 4-4 on the bidding. North doesn't have 5, and South probably doesn't have 5 either. So, maybe he can figure out that 1 down is relatively likely.
Yeah, definitely it can be. Well, I think that sometimes, because opponents do not know if to lead heart or a spade. And imagine heart towards the ace and queen of hearts back, and suddenly you just cash 6 rounds of, 1 round of clubs, because you will find out that they split 3-0, but then you will have no other chance than just take the diamond finesse and bring 9 tricks home on 10 count opposite 8. So this is the modern bridge. This is the action which we like to see.
And it's also the beauty of the game, that you cannot predict exactly what's going to happen. Different things are going to happen at different tables, different styles, and what is right in theory is not always right in practice.
Exactly, bridge is a really interesting game here, and we get a push. 3 no trumps, double down 1, 5 clubs, double down 1, so nobody stayed there in the spade contract. So this is all from us. Thank you, Jan, very much for co-commentating here on the last exhibition game between Europe and China. Congratulations to Maya, Alex, Leo, and Nikolai to take the win. This time against Team China, Zhuotiang, Yufan, Yuande, and Ziyu. I have no idea if I pronounced that right, but I tried, guys, and that's what we are doing here. This is the first time of the Olympic sports event, and we hope that this is not the last time that we can stream bridge on such a wonderful occasion. So thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you later on with interesting matches like this.